Have you ever purchased a piece of furniture you had to assemble, only to find the directions were not well written, or even worse, the box contained no directions? Well, this video will help you assemble your space for optimal filming. Your confidence rises when you have clear instructions to follow. There are 3 things you should consider as you prepare to film your speech. First, the setup of the room. Second, how to film the speaker. And third, review the video prior to submission. Let's discuss how the room should be set up. First, be sure to pick a space that has adequate lighting. Lighting should be in front of the speaker, not behind the speaker. Consider the distractions in the room. For example, a light with a fan, which creates a strobe effect. In addition to lighting, be sure to omit background noises such as phones, people talking, barking dogs. Once your room is set, it's important to consider the camera position. If using a laptop, it should be eye level. In other words, the speaker should not be looking down or up at the camera. The speaker should be in the center of the frame while they're being recorded, and allow enough space for purposeful movement. Ensure nothing is obstructing the video camera from filming the speaker. Now that you have some guidance on how the room should be set up, let's talk about the recording of yourself. There are several things to keep in mind when you are setting up and filming yourself as the speaker. As the speaker, you want to be mindful of a few important guidelines. Your body, head to toe, should be in the frame, as this helps with seeing how you, the speaker, engages with the pretend audience through the use of nonverbal communication. You should be standing, unless unable to do so. Dress appropriately for a professional or academic setting. If you have questions about what this means, check with your professor. Also, wear colors that are different from the color of the wall or curtains behind you. Use an extemporaneous delivery style. Use keywords or phrases on your notes to help guide you through your ideas, but the speech should not be scripted word for word. Most professors agree it is best not to use a podium, so that the speaker comes across as more confident. But check with your professor on their specific recommendations for podium use. And finally, if your professor requires a visual aid, check on instructions for the speech assignment. Once you've completed your recording, the final step is to review the recorded speech. Just as you proofread your outline for grammar, spelling, formatting, and so on, proofing your video is just as important. After the recording, you should review what's been recorded immediately, just in case you need to re-record your speech. Here's what you should check. The volume should be loud enough so the speaker can be heard. The lighting should be appropriate in that the speaker, and if required, the visual aid, are viewable. If these 2 requirements are not met, you should re-record your speech. Filming should be continuous without any editing. There should also be no editing of the video afterwards. When you upload your recording on YouTube, it must be set to unlisted. Watch the uploaded video on YouTube before submitting the link to your professor. Properly filming your speech delivery is important, and that's why we reviewed the setup of the room, how to film the speaker, and finally, the importance of viewing the video prior to submission. Now, you have the instructions to properly assemble your recorded presentation.